Welcome back to News Channel 9 at 6. Tonight, in The Price of Freedom, the story of a local World War II veteran awarded a Bronze Star for his role in the Battle of Europe.
He was a tank gunner and fought in France, Belgium, Czechoslovakia, and many other places. News Channel 9's Josh Rowe joins us with his story. Josh.
Well, Tricia Calvin, Howard Jabaley was born in Copper Hill. He had a huge and very close family growing up in Polk County. 17 brothers and male cousins. Most of them served in some way. Howard and 8 of his cousins fought in World War II.
War is always nasty. I don't even know how I acquired these. It's been so many years ago. No, this is my brother who was in service.
Howard got these photos a long time ago.
1944, I think.
He fought in World War II for 15 months.
I can't really see these, but I think these were in Europe.
These are not just pictures. They're history. History that's been locked away a long time. Howard's son James says he never heard these stories growing up.
In the last 5 years, I've heard more stories than I have my whole life.
Howard Jabaley wants to make one thing clear.
Look, I was no hero. I was lucky.
But he says he knew a lot of heroes back then. One of them was his cousin. They were like brothers.
I'm the one in uniform. Bozo had already been discharged.
He earned that nickname in elementary school one day when the teacher was calling roll.
He said, "What's your name?" He said, "My name is Charles, but just call me Bozo."
From that day on, he was Bozo. Bozo was awarded a Bronze Star in World War II. He was also injured in combat.
He got hit with a rifle grenade in one side and it came out on the other. So he lived with a plastic rear end for the rest of his life.
All this stuff happened to you 70 years ago. How do you remember all this so clearly?
I don't know, just things that stick with you, I guess. In the war, I was a kid. And I guess you remember things way back. And about half the time I was scared to death, to tell you the truth.
What he did and saw in Europe, he didn't talk about for a long time.
Now I'm starting to understand some of the reasons I act the way I do.
Of all of those brothers and cousins, Howard is the only one still living. But he has other family members, like his son James, who is very happy he's finally telling these stories.
Oh, he always says that he is no kind of a hero, but my dad's always been my hero all my life.
After the war, Howard came back to Chattanooga. He, his cousin Bozo, and another cousin operated a warehouse for years. Howard was the only one of his brothers who fought in the war. 2 brothers were in the military, but were stationed in the U.S. A 3rd brother worked in Oak Ridge during the war. David.